are you today?
I'm doing great, Pastor Sally. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Great. Hey, it's good to be back with you. Beautiful day, a little bit warm this week, huh?
Absolutely. It
But
was, I can't believe, welcome to Chicago, right?
no
You go from
kidding.
cold to hot, and if you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes.
Exactly. Well, the good news in all of this is that we had a beautiful weekend last weekend. So tell us a little bit about what happened.
So this last weekend, we had our St. Luke's summer kickoff. We had our carnival, we had a magician, we had animal balloons and face painting. It was a blast. So a special thank you to all of those who helped make it possible, who did the food, helped to get the magician set up, did the sound systems, helped lead the games. It was fantastic. It was such fun to see everybody out and about.
Yeah, and even though it was a little bit warm out with the shade and the breeze, it was an absolutely beautiful day. And we had a lot of people, so it was wonderful. So thank you for your organization and your thoughts to put that together. What a wonderful way to kick off the summer.
Absolutely. It's fun to get together and to have some fun.
Right. So, and we were looking at the weather report before, and this week looks like another stunning weekend. It's supposed to be about 80 degrees at maybe not even 80 degrees at 78 degrees at church time at 10 o'clock. So we will be outside. This is one of the last three outdoor services that we will be doing. Um, and it should be a really wonderful day. We're into the green season now. So we're talking about parables of Jesus. And I always love parables and love especially the agrarian ones. So that's what we'll be focusing on this week. So we are looking forward to having you with us at 10 o'clock, everyone with us at 10 o'clock on Sunday for outdoor worship. So beyond that, we did have a council meeting this week, and maybe you could give us a little bit of a recap of some of the important issues that came up at council, especially as it relates to getting back in the building.
Absolutely. Well, we had a few surveys go out, or a survey go out last week. And just like we thought, we had an overwhelming response of folks ready to go back to the sanctuary, both masked and unmasked. So between council and the COVID-19 task force, we have decided that we will be returning to the sanctuary as of July 4th. But because of taking care of our youngest members, we will continue to be masked while we are in those public spaces. One of the other conversations council had to do with the timing of worship. Traditionally in the summer, St. Luke's has had worship at 9:30 inside. When we've been outside for the last year or so, it's been 10 o'clock to try to alleviate some of the sound issues so early in the neighborhood. And council has decided that for the remainder of the summer of 2021, we are going to stay at 10 o'clock, that it's kind of become a routine for folks. And we've been seeing an increase in new visitors coming, and we don't want to alienate them by changing the time on them without really giving them a chance to know that that's what's coming. So for the remainder of this summer, we are going to maintain our worship time at 10 a.m. It'll be in the sanctuary. We are asking folks to remain masked, and that's primarily for our youngest kids. We will be updating the covenant of care. The two categories we're really putting together are public and private. So public events, like the carnival last weekend or worship, anything that has children in it would automatically be deemed public. And those events would need to have folks be masked at any age, unvaccinated or vaccinated. In private events, so ones that are not open to everyone, and where there is a conversation and an agreement amongst the group in terms of vaccination and social distancing and doing the safety pieces, that those groups would be more than welcome to meet unmasked. But then when traveling through those public spaces, like back to your car, we would ask you to please put that mask back on, knowing that there could be other people in the building.
Super. Yeah, I think that's a wonderful recap of what took place And again, like we have been using from the very beginning, the standard is to protect people. We're hoping also to do a vaccination clinic when it becomes an opportunity for our youngest um, members to be vaccinated. We thought that, creating a space here at church that's familiar might be a little bit easier sell for people to have their kids vaccinated. So we will be working towards that as soon as we hear from the government associations indicating that it's safe for these kids to be vaccinated. So um, some really, really important things. And all of these things are going to be transitioning. They're bridging to the fall. So tell us a little bit about the survey that we are going to be getting out this week regarding our preparing ourselves for the fall.
So this next series of surveys coming out is really helping us after we get past that bridge period. So Labor Day and beyond, as we begin to look at the school year, at the program year. So the survey that are coming out, there's actually two of them. One is geared toward families that have a student or child birth to 12th grade, and then the other one is going to the entire congregation. The hope is that when you fill out the family survey, if that applies to you, that you'd be filling it out as one voice for your household. When it comes to the congregational survey, we are looking for individuals to do that, knowing that even in a couple, there can be disagreements and different levels of comfort, and we want to be able to capture all of that information to help us make the best decisions possible moving forward. Some of the topics that are in those surveys are looking at worship, how comfortable how comfortable you are in terms of time length of being in the building, what your typical Sunday schedule looks like, what would your ideal worship times be? That is not to say that we are going to uproot anything, but this is a fantastic time just to ask some of those tough questions. Winston Churchill is famous for saying, don't ever let a good crisis go to waste. So we're taking this chance to do a St. Luke's reboot and just say, hey, you know what? We have a fresh slate. What do we want to do? Where do we want to go? How do we want to live out our mission here in Park Ridge? And let's take this chance just to gather information. That does not mean things are changing. It just means we're gathering information and are curious to help see what various groups in our congregation think in terms of their participation on Sunday mornings and throughout the week.
Right.
So
And I
even this
think,
last week, I met with confirmation, and one of the new changes with that is that we're adding sixth grade into full confirmation. We're going to be meeting Sunday late afternoon, early evening, and letting families have that buy-in and decide when those things are going to happen. And as we put these surveys out, we want to hear everybody's voice. It's not just about families or just about those who have been here the longest or who've been here the newest. Everybody's voice matters. And so the survey results are not going to be prescriptive of this is exactly what we're going to do, but it will help us be able to narrow in on the desires of the membership and those who are participating at St. Luke's.
right. And I think you've been really very clear and I think very correct in saying that we would be doing this whether we had the pandemic or not, because you're
Right.
trying to gather information. This is a new ministry for you, and you're trying to determine what is best for the congregation in terms of serving the needs of the people. So we
Right.
just need to know this information, and like everything else in life, everything keeps changing, and
Right.
people and clearly habits and things like that will have changed because of the pandemic, and we just need to understand and know that so that we can respond in the best way possible.
Absolutely. I think there are more and more places who were forced to go online in terms of worship, and needing to find out if that's something we want to continue. I don't think that anything in that survey will be surprising. I think it's just information gathering. So
So,
we left it really, really broad on purpose with the intent that there'll probably be follow-up surveys to help us narrow down some of the information once we get that initial results back.
fantastic. And then just a quick note that St. Luke's is part of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. And one of those regional areas of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America is called a synod. And we are part of the Metropolitan Chicago Synod, which is basically Cook County and Lake County, Illinois, and
Kane and
congregation,
DuPage as well.
and DuPage, excuse me, right.
And Kane.
And Kane County. Thank you.
Those
And so we've, and so we gather together as a group once every year for a business meeting. And last year we actually didn't meet because of the pandemic, and we did Zoom, have a Zoom Synod Assembly this last Saturday. And so you and I were representing the congregation from the pastor leadership standpoint, and then Beth Ann Lynch, Tom Mallon, and Sylvia Shee were our lay delegates. So that assembly took place between 8:30 and 12:30. It was very well run. We elected some new synodical officers. I should say not new, we re-elected. The vice president of the synod is Carrie Henderson, and the secretary for the synod is Pastor Aaron Clausen. We passed a budget, and Tom Anderson, one of our members, is the business manager of the synod. And so it was very good to see that the synod is in a very healthy situation right now, and had the church is, nationally and synodically as well as locally, people have been so responsive during this pandemic in terms of their generosity to make sure the ministries continue to happen. And so it was a wonderful day to be together as a synod, even though it was significantly different than what we're used to with synod assemblies. So just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed on that as well. I think that's pretty much what we wanted to cover this week. We hope to see everybody out on the lawn, the street this weekend at 10 a.m. For our worship service, one of the last three. So we will be worshiping outside when we can in June, and then we will be moving back in on July 4th, and we'll continue to move forward.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun. Transitions just keep happening, and here's the next one. So here we go.
Here we go. Have a great day, and look forward to seeing you this weekend or sometime soon.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye.